exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! Why? Why? You knew it had to come at some point. Okay? Let's just get this out of the way right away. The Patriots lost to the New Orleans Saints. Or as some people say, the New Orleans Saints, which is normally how I say it too. But that's beside the point. The Patriots lose 28-13 to the Saints. And they didn't just lose to the Saints. They really didn't stand a chance against them. Which is shocking to me because this Patriots team, albeit is not one of the better Patriots teams that we've seen in recent memory, but they're much better than they were last season. And yet they played a lot like they did last season. It was a hard game to watch. That is for sure. Man, that's tough. Oh, that's a tough loss. Jameis looked better than he did last week. He's still the one play that is burned into my mind. The images of Jameis Winston getting sacked and he's just lobbing up a pass. They're in the red zone. He just lobs up a pass. There's no possible way he could see anyone downfield because he's falling at this point. He just throws up a prayer, not even a 50-50 ball, a prayer to the back of the end zone, and his receiver comes down with it. There's no way he could have seen his receiver or even the defender at that point. Just the way that he threw it. And he catches it, and it's just... I don't know how Patriots lost this game. I don't know how. Well, I do know how, because, like I said in the opening, you knew it had to come at some point. Mac Jones had a bad game. He had his first rookie bad game. And like I said, you knew it had to come because no rookie is ever going to be perfect every single game. And you can't expect every rookie to be perfect every single game, especially quarterback. And especially quarterback that is given the keys to the castle right away. And Mac Jones made bad decisions. Here's the thing that I was worried about when the Patriots drafted Mac Jones. Now, in college, yes, Mac Jones threw the ball down the field, but that's because it was Alabama. They had unbelievable talent on the outside. Plus, Najee Harris, who could also go outside and catch the ball. So, they pushed the ball down the field, but that's just because, one, it's Alabama, and two, they had amazing talent to go up and get those balls that Mac Jones tossed up 50-50. And sometimes not even 50-50 because the receivers were outrunning the defenders. But that's college. And I was worried when the Patriots drafted. That was one of the knocks that I had on Mac Jones is, can he be aggressive in the NFL? And for the first 3 weeks of the season, I haven't seen much aggression out of Mac Jones. He likes the dink and dunk passes, the short options. More likely than not, he takes the shorter option, the easier play. And I'm not saying that's always the worst decision or that's always the wrong choice. Obviously, you want to take yards when you can get them. But there's plays, I mean, I talked about it last week when they did the kind of flea flicker trick play where they passed it back to Jones. He had an open receiver down the field for a potential most likely touchdown, and he chose to give it to Johnny Smith 10, 15 yards down the field. So, I mean, it's just little things like that where, and I watched it in this game, it happened again where Mac Jones doesn't really push the ball down the field. Now, I don't know if that's all on Mac Jones or if that's more of Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick kind of saying, we don't want to force you or make you do something you're not comfortable with, or they're the reason why he's not doing it. Maybe they don't want him to. push the ball down the field that much, but there was several opportunities in this game where Mac Jones could have let it loose, and he's just not doing it. I don't know if he doesn't have the arm strength or if he's just not seeing the receivers open down the field. Maybe he doesn't have that vision yet that other quarterbacks do have. But I'm 3 interceptions for Mac Jones. They were all really bad. I mean, one was like a deflection off the hands of Jonnu Smith into the hands of a Saints player. So I mean, what can you do there? Jonnu Smith should have caught that and he didn't. There was some more where it was bad throws. I mean, the thumbnail of this video is a picture of Mac Jones getting pressure and he let the ball. That picture's actually the preview of an interception. He throws the interception on that pictures or after that picture. So, I mean, it was just a rough day all throughout. The offense didn't move the ball very well. They just got shut down. And then Saints defense isn't even that good, but they came to play. They sacked Mac Jones a couple times. They got pressure on the running backs and didn't let him get out in space. Damian Harris got shut down. The receivers got locked up. I mean, Jacoby Myers had a decent day, but other than that, Kendrick Bourne had an okay day. Other than that, you really didn't have much. And on a day where Alvin Kamara really didn't do a whole lot, I mean, he had a receiving touchdown, but when you hold Alvin Kamara to under 100 yards rushing and receiving, now he got 100 yards combined, but when you hold him to 100 yards in either one of those categories, that should be a good day for your defense. And yet the Saints scored a touchdown every single quarter, and the Patriots just got field goals. You can't get field goals when you're playing like that. And it's frustrating because it should have been a win. That was a game that the Patriots should have won. They needed to win on a day that the Bills absolutely dominated their team, the Washington football team, on a day that the Jets got blown out, no surprise, and a day that the Dolphins lose. This is your chance to either take the lead in the division or at least be tied for the division. And you blew it. You sold. And I'm upset. Patriots should not have lost this game. I don't know why they played so bad. I don't know if it was like Mac Jones is just starting, hopefully not, but just starting to hit that rookie wall. God forbid, I hope he doesn't. I mean, we're 3 weeks into the season. He's could potentially be hitting that rookie wall. Now, this could also be a overly dramatic Patriots fan overreacting to a bad loss in the early part of the season. I fully acknowledge that. But when you're a team like the New England Patriots, and yes, you are going through a semi-rebuild, and you are ushering in a new franchise quarterback, what you think could be a new franchise quarterback, you still have these expectations to compete for the playoffs, and not just compete for the playoffs, but compete for an AFC championship and for a Super Bowl bid. It doesn't matter that you're trying to work in a new quarterback. You should always, when you have a history that the Patriots have, and other teams like the Cowboys, and teams of that history, the Packers, all these teams with amazing history, you should never have down seasons, even when you have franchise changing things that happen in the offseason, like a quarterback leaving 2 years ago. So it's just frustrating. And I don't know if non-Patriots fans can understand fully, because, oh, you're just a whiny Patriots fan. Oh, you're so spoiled. Oh, whatever, just get over it. No. It's different. It's not being spoiled. It's not being overly dramatic. It's just frustrating because you know that this team is good. This team is better than they played yesterday, and this team is better than they've played in the first 3 games. And they even have a win. Yeah, you played the Jets, but you still have a win. And who knows? Maybe they lose that game if they're not playing the Jets, because Zach Wilson just completely gave that game to the Patriots. So if Zach Wilson doesn't throw 4 interceptions that game, maybe the Jets win. I don't know. But it's just frustrating because this Patriots team is better. I know they're better. They should have won this game. And next week you got to go Sunday Night Football, play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Brady's homecoming is going to be ugly. I am scared of that game. Tampa Bay is a much better team, especially now that they're coming off of a loss We'll get in that tomorrow's video. But they're coming off of a loss now. They're going to be angry. Brady's going to be even more amped up than usual because it's the Patriots. It's his team. He's coming back home to Foxborough. Sunday night primetime football. He's going to be juiced up to the max. And I don't know. It's going to be in theory a bloodbath because that Tampa team is just all around better than the Patriots. And they've got a better defense. They've got a better offensive line. They've got a better running back. They've got a better quarterback, obviously, better receivers. They're just all around better team. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Patriots adjust to playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because Bill Belichick has never coached against Tom Brady. So it's going to be very interesting, and I'm going to be very curious to see how he adjusts his game plan. Because you would think that Bill Belichick, out of all people, would know how to stop Tom Brady because he coached him for 20 freaking years. So you would think he'd know what Brady likes to do and what Brady likes to throw. Plus, he's got all this game film from a year and a half now, or a year and 3 games of Brady and Tampa. So you kind of get a feel for their offense. And now Tampa could obviously have a thing up their sleeve, a trick or something. But you would think that out of anybody in the league, Belichick would know how to defend Tom Brady. So it's definitely going to be an interesting game. I'm very scared of this game because the way the Patriots have been playing in this first part of the season doesn't give me much hope for the Patriots to win this game. And 2, it's going to be on primetime TV. The whole world's going to be watching, not just because it's Buccaneers Patriots on Sunday Night Football, but it's because it's going to be Tom Brady's first ever game back in New England. I think the Patriots are the last team that he has yet to beat, obviously, because he never got to play them because he's always been on the Patriots and he didn't play them last year. So I think that he's beaten 31 teams in the NFL and he's yet to beat the Patriots. So I'm guessing Sunday night is going to be his 32nd win against one win against every franchise. I don't want it to happen. Obviously, okay. So I know I'm getting off on a total rant, and I'm getting completely away from the actual video, which is the Saints recap. But I just want to quickly, I'll go into this in my, actually I'm not going to do a review or a preview for this game. So, you know what? Maybe I will. Maybe since it's such a big game, since it's Tom Brady coming back home for the first time, maybe I will double upload in the morning, and give you because obviously it's going to be Sunday, so then the Buckeye game against Rutgers, that breakdown and recap will be on Sunday as well, and then I might throw in a little Patriots Buccaneers preview game, a little bit of a preview, just because it's such a special occasion. But and if I do that video, I'll probably talk a little bit about how Mac Jones is gonna play. I'm scared. This Patriots team's not giving me much hope. I don't know, man. Getting back to the actual game. Patriots need to be better. They just need to be better. This was a bad Saints team with a quarterback that makes horrible decisions in the pocket. Horrible throwing decisions. Somehow it worked out for him. He didn't throw a single pick in this game, which is just unacceptable when you have J.C. Jackson in the backfield or in the secondary. He should be picking off Jameis Winston on many of his throws because Jameis Winston is not a good quarterback. He is better than Taysom Hill, but he's not a good quarterback. And you should have won this game. And it's a tough loss early in the season that doesn't help you going forward, that's for sure, because I'm guessing next week you're going to be 1-3, and you're going to have no wins at home because their only win is against the Jets at MetLife. So you're going to start the season 0-3 at home. That is just... we'll have to wait and see what happens next Sunday night, but I'm just scared that all of the Patriots haters out there, I shouldn't even put quotes around that because it's true. There's a ton of Patriots haters out there. They're going to be watching that game. You're going to get a lot of casual viewers that don't like religiously watch football. they're going to watch this game because it's Tom Brady in his reunion to New England. First time ever being back there since leaving. And it's going to get a lot of eyeballs. It's probably going to be the most watched game in a long time in the NFL. So, I don't know, man. I'm scared. I'm scared of that game. I'm upset about this game. Patriots should have won this game. It's a loss. It's an L. I hate it. I hate it too. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys agree with me or if you don't, that's totally fine. I totally understand if you don't agree with me, but man, it sucks. And that's going to do it for me, though. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. Make sure to smash that like button, notification bell, and the subscription button as well. Join the Juice Club, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.